What's up, everybody? My name is Jason, and welcome to Breaking News. 125,000 Eidl approved and 41,000 unworkable files. Happy hump day to you. It is Wednesday, August the 3rd, 2022. Please do me a favor, give this video a thumbs up, hashtag EIDL with your comments below. And don't forget, make sure to join us at trysmallbiz.com. If you have a small business or a side hustle like 100 million Americans do, you're going to want to advertise your company today. So make sure to join us at trysmallbiz.com. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I made it through a second edition of 1 hour and 50 minutes of the Senate hearing, where Mr. Patrick Kelly dropped a couple of whoppers, including two major red flags that I'm going to go over this afternoon. However, let me start by saying, if you are qualified, you've got a credit score north of 600, you did your 2019 taxes, and you fit within the formula of 2019 gross revenue minus your cost of goods and services times 2. That's 24 months of capital. Subtract whatever they may have given you in 2020. That is the amount that is sitting there right now for 125,000 people. And according to my estimations, at least a third of the 41,000 that they're calling unworkable files. So ladies and gentlemen, pull up a chair, grab a cup of coffee, ice cold beer, glass of wine, whiskey, and a big rock. Here we go. All right, I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. You got any football, soccer fans out there from the ATL or wherever you are? And speaking of football, how about my Dallas Cowboys? I'm coming for you, Speak and See, the great Speak and See, and I saw your little bet there. I wear the Bucks jersey, you wear the Cowboys jersey. We're going to have to revisit that soon, because on 9/11, the great Speak and See and writer over at Skip, I'm not sure who he wrote for, but Speak and See's a huge Bucks fan. And I am a fan of the GOAT, a.k.a. Tom Brady. But the Bucks are coming into Big D, and they're estimating over 100,000 strong are going to be in that crowd to open up the NFL season. So, yeah, Speak, I'll wear the Bucks jersey if I lose. You wear the Cowboy jersey. Probably a Dak Prescott. I'll get myself a GOAT. How's that sound to you, pal? Hit me up on Twitter if that sounds good. But ladies and gentlemen, before I get into some very good news, including two red flags that I'm going to have to pound away on to make sure everybody gets their money over the course of the next couple of months with respect to the loan. We will talk about the grant, if not tomorrow, on Friday. Let me reiterate what I said on Twitter this afternoon. Ever since we changed our YouTube username to Small Biz, our subscription and sign-up rate has jumped, thanks to you guys, more than 29%. We're on track right now to have more than 10,000 members strong at trysmallbiz.com, more than 25,000 strong the next year, because as soon as we hit 500 premium members, it looks like in the next couple of weeks, I am going to triple our ad spend, including start running commercials on YouTube and posting text on Google AdWords. I've only advertised on Facebook, where we now have 28,000 followers in about 3 months. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you right now, if it's me, and I know I said I wasn't going to talk about this, but it's gotten much bigger than I thought it was going to be. Imagine being surrounded by 10, 20, or in 3 years, 30,000 potential buyers and or referrals to you and your company. All of that for $1 a day. Get yourself one right now, tonight, at trysmallbiz.com. All right, there is, more importantly for most of you, of course, $7 billion of Eidl loan money sitting there. And after watching the hearing again today and reading the transcript, shout out to Ryder over at Skip who provided that, I am convinced of a number of things. First of all, and this is very important, if you're qualified, you got a credit score, let's say, of north of 600. You did your 2019 taxes, even if you had to amend them, and you've got official records from the IRS stating so, and you fit within the formula, 2019 gross revenue minus your cost of goods or services times 2, that's 24 months of working capital. Then you subtract whatever loan they gave you last year. That is the amount for 125,000 of you minimum that could be wired into your account within the next month or two, because it does take, based on the video I did yesterday and the SBA loan officer email I read out loud, they're still quietly funding people. Someone in Florida that I referenced yesterday, watch it if you haven't already, got over $100,000 wired into their account last Thursday. The entire process, in their case, they emailed the SBA, said, mail me the closing docs. From start to finish was about 2 months, or 2 months in a week. So here's the deal before I forget. Everyone who's qualified is going to get their money. You do not have to worry. They are not taking on new applications, and they haven't done so since December 31 of 2021. So you don't have to panic. You don't have to rush. You don't have to make a mistake over the next few days, because the money's going nowhere. 125,000 are in obligated status. That was the holy shit moment of the hearing from yesterday, which I'll again pin in the top if you want to sit through the whole thing. Or you can just take my damn word for it. And the others have said as much as well. So, no need to worry. The big question, and we've gotten it big time yesterday and today on YouTube and Twitter, is, well, what do I do? Answer, nothing. Because as I'm about to read out loud from Miss Isabel Guzman in an article out of Philadelphia on Monday, right before the Tuesday hearing yesterday, she needs authorization from Congress in order to proceed, in particular with the reconsiderations. So here's the deal. Listen to me fucking carefully for all you that don't seem to hear whatever it is I say. I mean, I see some of the same questions over and over because you don't sit down and listen. If you're qualified and you're among 125,000 who's got the money already sitting there and you're approved, there's nothing to worry about. If you're stuck in reconsideration, like thousands of you are, and you're qualified, you did your taxes, you got a credit score north of 600, you fit within the formula I just said, there's nothing to worry about. You're not going to lose your money. However, as I'm going to pin in the top, and you got to pay for the subscription, but I'll read parts of the article. She needs official authorization. So what is going to happen over the course of the next few days is the same group who wrote the scathing letter, Joe Manchin, Ben Cardin, Chris Van Hollen, and 47 other senators, are going to write another letter. And as Ben Cardin tripled down at the end, they're going to say in so many words, Miss Guzman, you have authority as per this pinned article to use $7 billion of Eidl loan money based on a formula that I'll read out loud in a second to pay all 125,000 that are in obligated status. That money's already sitting there. You just got to get your closing docs. And this is very important for some of you, they need to redo or re-examine, and tomorrow's video is going to really pound away on that one, the 41,000 of unworkable files, because the SBA and Patrick Kelly yesterday tried to say that you're unworkable for two reasons. You didn't do your 2019 taxes, or you threw off a fraud alert. And I'm here to tell you and them that, yeah, there is some fraud. And yes, if you didn't do your taxes, you don't qualify to get a loan. And I'm sorry to say this, whether it's the SBA or a bank, if you got a 500 credit score, you're not getting an Eidl loan increase. But there's thousands of you, I estimate a third, 15 of those 41,000 unworkable files are qualified. Because we all know, right? We called and called and called. We emailed sometimes 10 or 15 fucking times. We got in touch with score.org counselors. We went down to our local SBA. We got a hold of a supervisor, as I did. I had to go through 3 reconsiderations to get my Eidl loan increase about a year or so ago. We know damn well that the customer service / outsourced loan officers, in many cases, are full of shit. Mine, if you remember way back in the day, told me, oh, by the way, this is my first reconsideration. And I thought, oh my God, I've already been through 2, and now I get a guy who's brand new. But he goes, oh, by the way, my boss, my supervisor, because there needs to be a supervisor to approve the loan, he's been here for 15 plus years. So you're going to be all right. And thank God I ended up getting approved, but on the 3rd go round. So here's the deal. If you're among the 125,000 and you already emailed the SBA last month like we told you to, and said, mail me the closing docs, that can take 6 weeks. Do nothing. Sit there and do nothing if you already emailed them to say, send me the closing docs, like the example I gave yesterday. If you're among those that are in the unworkable file of 41,000, and about a third of you are qualified, do nothing, because Isabel Guzman needs authorization, as per this pinned article, from Congress. So Ben Cardin's going to say, as Patrick Kelly said to us in this Senate hearing, you are to pay 125,000 people that are qualified or obligated the money they were promised. You are also, more importantly, in my opinion, to re-examine all 41,000 files that are unworkable, because at least a third or thereabouts are qualified and they got denied for reasons of incompetence, turnover. My God, how many times did we have someone that was working a file and they just disappeared? They quit or got fired because they were outsourced. They had no loyalty to the SBA. We heard through the Inspector General that they lost a shit ton of data on June 30 when the contract ended. So the SBA, in my opinion, is an illegal noose, and they better be very, very careful. We've tried not to sue them. We tried to put maximum pressure, but it's now down to the wire. They're going to get 125,000 of you the money it's already set aside. But of those that are being deemed unworkable, at least a third of you are qualified, and I'm going to fight tooth and fucking nail to make sure that you and your family get the money that you deserve, because in closing, as Ms. Guzman said Monday, this is before the hearing, there's $7 billion of Eidl loan money that's sitting there. It's based on a formula that has to do with $800 million in Eidl subsidies. So there's leverage there. That $800 million leverages up to $7 billion. And again, you do nothing. Whether you already asked for closing docs or you're waiting in reconsideration, because if you email reconsideration, pdcrecons@sba.gov, the idiots in customer service are going to say, you're shit out of luck. You should have reached out 2 months ago. Well, go fuck yourself, because we are waiting. You don't want to say that. Actually, you don't want to say that. I really think that most of you, 70%, are going to get your money. So they've got $7 billion sitting there. 125,000 are already approved. He triple said in the seminar that no one's going to lose their money. Whether you're in that pile or in the unworkable pile, there's plenty of money. So relax. Do nothing over the next few days. We need Ben Cardin and the Senate to draft another letter to give her authorization, because she says at one point it's possible to take into consideration the fact that some of the borrowers, that's all folks, may not be eligible, i.e. within the 41,000. I think that's what they're going to get the bottom of on Tuesday. She said that Monday. In another spot here, she basically says, but those funds, as you saw in a prior bill, have been clawed back. They put some of the money that wasn't Eidl into the shuttered venue operations fund for other purposes. So Congress can either take those funds back, or I can request what she's calling an administrative transfer. Long story short, Miss Guzman, I need you to work hand in glove with Big Ben fucking Cardin, members of the House and Senate, because I'm telling you right now, you made some human clerical errors with a third, in my opinion, of the 41,000 unworkable. And I'm not going anywhere. I don't care if it goes all the way to the Supreme fucking Court, until every one of our small business owners that are among that 125 plus 41 get the money they were promised. I will be the biggest fucking sword in the side of the SBA that you've ever seen. And if you thought the tweet storm of 25,000 was bad, I got another one coming with 50 if my friends don't get the money they were promised. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, always remember that I love you. Even love Patrick Kelly, Miss Isabel Guzman. And I hope to see you at TrySmallBiz.com.